Hello, hello, hello. Um, Welcome to my channel. I'm Brandon. For those of you guys that don't know, um, today we're going to be talking about how to crave healthy foods. Just a little bit of my background. I've been studying nutrition, and I've been doing a lot of experimental dieting for about a year and a half now. And I've collected a lot of data. I've been analyzing my body to see different changes that occur when eating these extended experimental diets and whatnot. And so this is the bit of information I got right here for just learning how to crave healthy foods. So I've been vegan for quite some time now, and I'm no longer vegan. I'm gonna make a video about that. But also with not being vegan completely, just you really get to experiment and see what other foods affect the body in certain ways, and how exactly they affect the body. And then you can't really have information on how to crave healthy foods if all you eat is healthy foods, and deep down inside you know you want a cookie or something. So how to crave healthy foods. Just not too long ago, I was eating nothing but fruits and vegetables. I was doing this whole thing, I called it the God diet, because it was based off of only things that were created by nature or God or source or the creator or whatever you want to call it. And it was great. It was great. For about a whole week, I wasn't thirsty for water, like at all. Like I didn't have a drop of water. All I ate I didn't drink anything. I just ate foods that were extremely high in water, like oranges, apples, mangoes. Got a mango right here. Love mangoes. It's like my favorite fruit. And a lot of vegetables. But yeah, for a whole week I wasn't thirsty for any kind of water until I started eating like chips and things like that, and I started to experiment with different things. So we got two categories here. My little notes. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys, but it looks kind of backwards when I'm looking at it. Anyways, so we got the things you'd crave if you're eating mostly dry foods, and then the things you'd crave if you're eating mostly like water-based foods. And what I've noticed when I switched from being vegan, or just from being from the whole God diet, all the foods that are super rich in water and high in water, I started drinking a lot of water. Like I put water bottle right there to be very specific, like just water that's not in food. And then when I was eating a lot of foods that were high in water, I was really craving something that was very similar to bread. I couldn't really put my finger on it, but I really wanted some bread kind of food. And then down here over here in this section, we have the type of foods that you'd be eating in these very particular diets. So water-based diet, you have like fruits, vegetables. I was eating chickpeas. So we got sugar, fats. You need sugar, you need fat, you need carbs, and you need water. And what I was getting for my sugar was fruit. My fats, I was using vegetables or avocados. They're good and high in healthy fats. Chickpeas for my carbs and other vegetables. And then for water, I was just eating fruit. I wasn't drinking anything. And then here we have let's see, for more dry foods. For your sugar, when I was eating more dry foods, I was just eating like cookies, for my sugar. And for fats, you know, meat, carbs. I could barely even. Okay, bread, pasta. Those are really high in carbs. And then for water, I was just drinking just straight water. And one thing I noticed about these two particular diets is down here we have just a little picture to kind of help explain why. And this isn't necessarily what I was eating as, like, you know, the diet that I wanted. I was just eating literally everything that my body would just want. I wasn't very picky. But down here it'll explain why our bodies want those very particular things. So we'll start with the water side. So on the water side, well, on both sides we got, let me see. So at the very top we got cravings. Then we got fat, carbs, water, and sugar. So on the water side, for sugar, that was being taken, sugar and water, they were both being taken care of by the fruit. So you eat fruit, you get your water and your sugar. Fruit is high in water. And then for carbs and fat, you can get both of those from your veggies. And then, you know, but veggies are usually low in carbs. And then so all that's left that your body would end up craving is something that doesn't have a whole lot of water, but would have more carbs, which are things like bread. So if you are vegan or anything like that, and you crave bread, and I mean, for me, I don't. The whole thing about vegan, I'm gonna make a video about that, but there's a lot of things that are labeled vegan that are extremely unhealthy for you. There's almost no difference between being vegan and a meat eater. If you're, if there's two different people and they're both eating healthily, there isn't very much a difference in the foods. That's why, in my opinion, being vegan is more a title and less, it's not the ultimate diet. I've been studying for, there's a train in the background. I've been studying for quite some time on, finding the healthiest diet, and vegan, it's just a label. There's a lot of things that are considered vegan that are just not good for you, but then that all depends on your choices and what you want to eat and what you decide to put in your body. Anyways, so on the other side, we have the same list. We got sugar, water, carbs, fat, and then the cravings. For sugar, I just put artificial sugars down here because that's just about anything that has sugar that isn't natural, like cookies or something else that's been processed. I can't really think of too many things that naturally have sugar that don't have water in it. So anyways, so next we have for water, I didn't put anything for water because water is what you usually crave when your diet consists of things that don't have water in them. So carbs, you got bread that's really high in carbs. Fat, you get your fats from your meat. And then all that's left that you're missing from your entire diet is water. And there's no water in any of these foods. So then the craving that you'll have is water. You'll be chugging a lot of water bottles, if you're eating foods that don't have a lot of water in them. And after all of this right here, after eating all of these things, and then just craving, you're not going to want more carbs after you've already stuffed yourself with carbs. And you get carbs from fruit too. It's not a whole lot, but you get carbs from fruit and water and glucose, sugar. But after filling up on carbs, the whole carb section right here on my little health man right here. So after you fill up on your carbs, your body isn't going to want fruit, because fruit is going to add to the carbs. Although it does have water in it, your body mostly, the one thing that's been missing from all of the food that's been consumed on this side of the diet, all of the food doesn't have water. So that's why you'd end up drinking just straight water. But now we're getting to how exactly does this help you to crave healthy foods like vegetables and fruit. Vegetables and fruit all have water in them. But if you want to crave these things, you have to just decide basically to eat fruit and vegetables. Once you start, if you make fruit the first thing you eat in the day, then if you make fruit the first thing you eat in the day, you'll have water in your system already. So if you do this first, then you'll end up craving this later. But if you do these, bread, and you fill up on your carbs and everything, you won't crave fruit. So if you eat fruit, at least kind of make it like a priority to just decide to eat something healthy at the start of the day, or for your first meal, something that's rich in water, and then your body, it won't crave water as much, and it won't crave the candy and other artificial sugars, because you'll have your sugars that your body needed. And also another thing I noticed about my body in particular is when I eat sugars, whether it's artificial or not, I go to town. like if I'm eating cookies, I can eat a whole box and just at least until my body's like, all right, I'm done having sugar for today. And same with apples or fruit. I remember, just a couple of days ago, I had 5 apples, a mango, an orange, and a lime. And I'm just sitting there just pigging out on this fruit. And I'm just pigging out. My body needed water, and it needed sugar. So I just kept eating until my body said, all right, we're good. We don't need any more sugar, and we don't need any more water. So your body kind of just tells you when you don't need something and when you do need something. So yeah, there you guys have it, little diet analysis. How to crave healthy foods. So there you go, eat foods high in water. You guys have a good one.